I'm trying to catch Pokemon, but we're also about to leave for the RNC.
I mean, this is great. Some journalists go their whole career without getting to cover a convention.
It's been completely like nothing else I've ever done before.
It was an opportunity that I couldn't miss.
I've been wanting to do this for 3+ years.
We've been covering a lot of stories, protests. We were on the floor doing a bunch of different things.
We're about to go film a protest where they're apparently building a wall.
I'm Jason Lewis from Bournemouth University. We've partnered up here with Capital News Service at Maryland University to cover the National Convention.
In England we don't have this, so it's a bit of a crazy experience.
So far, favourite part, probably when I was in the arena.
I'm Jim Carroll and I'm the Washington Bureau Director. This was my 17th convention.
His experience and the knowledge that Jim brings to the table, there is nothing that can match it.
I mean, they are total pros. They've never done this before. They've never been to a convention before. They just performed like champs. What a fantastic experience.
360 video of the convention floor and the speeches. We have a package on Ted Cruz's reaction to his speech yesterday where he refused to endorse Donald Trump. And then we have an interview with Michael Steele at 8:15 to kind of wrap up the convention.
Walking into Night Hall as a freshman, I was very intimidated, and now as a rising senior, I feel confident, and especially now after this convention, I feel like they've let me kind of do my thing and improve my skills.
I just hear like all of my teachers, all of the classes, even all my students at the back of my head as I'm writing these things, so it's really prepared me.
Not only have they not disappointed me, but they have completely blown me away with how well they're working.
The more time you spend doing things that you think you're not ready for, the more you become ready for it.
This is probably as close to the real world as you can get.
That was crazy. That's history. It was. Can we start over?
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think?
Well, I thought it was.
I need a minute.
Susan Swain is on the floor of the center. Susan.
There are about 10,000 credentialed journalists at the political conventions these summers. They come from all over the world, and including a number of student journalists. We're going to talk to two of them next. Keisha Butts is a graduate student at Arizona State University at the Cronkite School. Hannah Klarner is at University of Maryland grad student as well for Capital News Service. Let me start with you, Keisha. What kind of stories have you been writing here?
Okay, so I wrote a story about Gabby Gifford. She was at a rally talking about gun control. And I also did a story yesterday on whether Arizona is turning blue.
Have you been basically following your delegation?
Yes, we've been following Arizona.
And what kind of access have you been given as a student journalist?
Excuse me, can you repeat that?
What kind of access have you been given as a student journalist? Can you talk to anyone you want to and go anywhere you'd like to?
Yeah, so that's the amazing thing about the Cronkite School. It's a teaching hospital, so we get to go out and report with other reporters, and it's amazing.
And what's your experience been like, Hannah? You're with the Maryland delegation for the most part?
Yes, so we've done a lot of research ahead of time, but we also had a little bit of a switch up when Stephanie Rawlings-Blake, she's the mayor of Baltimore, suddenly got very involved in the Democratic National Convention. So we've also done a lot of stories on her. Barbara Mikulski has also played a big role here. So we've been largely focusing on our Maryland politicians as well as our Maryland delegation.
And how has the Black Lives Matter movement and all that's been going on in Baltimore especially played into the coverage that you've been doing?
So we've reached out to Stephanie Rawlings-Blake's office, and we've actually worked on scheduling an interview with her just to get her full comment on the matter, because all of the charges have been dropped on the remaining police officers. But we haven't actually noticed a whole lot of issues in our delegation. We're a very diverse delegation, so I haven't seen anything really.
You also have a big Senate race going on in Arizona. Have you been covering that aspect of politics as well?
Yes, so we've been following that, just speaking to different delegates and getting their reaction, their opinion about things.
So overall, this is your first convention, I presume, for both of you. What is your impression when you walked into this room for the first time?
It is overwhelming, but at the same time, it's very exciting. You get to see all these different celebrities. Like I saw Katy Perry perform earlier, and it was amazing.
What about the political celebrities?
Yes, Anderson Cooper actually held the door open for me the other day, and I did not recognize him, but it's been amazing, wonderful.
What's the experience been like for you, Hannah?
It's been absolutely amazing. I managed to be in the photo pit last night to see both Vice President Biden and President Obama, and I know that's something that I'm never going to forget. And we've been doing photos, videos, 360 videos, so we've been covering all our bases, and it's been a wonderful experience.
This is a question for both of you. How will your reporting change as a result of this hands-on experience that you've gotten here?
I've gotten faster. Just doing packages, it used to take me 10 hours, and now I can just whip one out in an hour.
I've definitely gotten faster and a lot more thorough, making sure that I absolutely have everyone's information correct, and I've been following people a lot more. I will walk and talk and write your quotes as I'm walking a lot more than I have in the past.
Where are your stories going? Who's reading them?
So we're a wire service out of University of Maryland, so we've actually been picked up by the LA Times, the Baltimore Sun, so we've been coast to coast all over the country. It's been amazing to see my name everywhere.
So where are yours going?
So our stories, they all go to Arizona, and then there are other networks that also pick up our stories.
Tell our audience at home that at least one of our interview subjects has learned a cardinal rule of coming to conventions, and that's sensible footwear. Bob, if you could show the footwear that Hannah's wearing, feet are a subject of conversation here, aren't they?
Yes, they are. My editor told us to bring comfortable shoes, and today my feet hurt before I even got out of bed, so I had to crack and put on some very comfy, not so stylish shoes.
It's part of reporting. Thanks to both of you for talking to C-SPAN.
Thank you so much. Yeah.